Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be going over all the new settings for the new season of Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, you just on me.
I think it's just finding the good 2.5 since that's like the most important thing. And I'll be showing you guys a good method in this video on how to do that. But first we're going to start on the settings. So the most important thing here is to have your drone after prep semi-automatic. I say that every time. Make sure it's either that or manual, not automatic, so it boots you off your drone. Onto HUD though, the only thing I have different in HUD, I get this asked a little bit, is my health being off. I do that so it doesn't distract me from the game because I do have a bar at the top already. And I think when your health's too low, it starts blinking on that little number thing at the bottom. So I just like having that off, it's whatever. Just distracting in my opinion. On audio settings, for some reason, they reset all this stuff to default to hi-fi and to 100 on all three of these. So make sure you change these if you haven't already with your game. Make sure to turn night mode back on if you're using it. In my opinion, night mode is the best. You can hear steps louder. I get asked all the time too, like how I hear footsteps and whatnot, and that's why. Also, HyperX Cloud earbuds is what I use for audio, if you were wondering. Get that asked a lot too. On display, I have VSync off. I do have a 165Hz monitor. It's ViewSonic if you're wondering as well. 24-inch. Just make sure your monitor's 1 millisecond response time if you're looking to buy one though. And then I'm on the Xbox Series S, so that's why it gets 120 FPS. I have that prioritized performance. You definitely want to do that, otherwise you get 60 only. FOV 84, I'm experimenting with this though. I might even turn it up to 90 or 87. Because ACOGs, it does feel nice having the higher. But I still do use hollows as well, so I don't know. It's a little iffy, but I'll keep on 84 for now. Also, my HUD is on 80. That's why it's like so zoomed out, as you can see. It like zooms it in more if you do this. I get that asked quite a bit too. Well, my game looks so zoomed out or whatever, and that's why. I think it looks cleaner and it's easier to see everything in game. And then my brightness is 65. On to the important stuff. I do have alternate leaning on. Make sure these are advanced. I have no custom controls here or anything, just default. I do use a back left paddle for crouch if you were wondering. I just hit it right there on accident. So 5580 is my sensitivity. I've had this for a bit now. High vertical, but I think I like it. It's all personal preference though. 8.3 for the dead zones and disabled for all these. But for the ADS, the most important thing, I'm using 25 and I've upped this to 43 for my 2.5. Now for these settings, I used a website to help me with this. So if you guys have a good 1x sensitivity that you really like I love 25, I've had this for a while now. You can use this website. I'm going to go to it right now. So I'm on the website here. It's called the Shadow Legacy ADS Calculator. You can just search that up. I might link it in the description if I remember to. All you do is find what your 1x is here. So just type in a number at the top there to find your 1x. I found mine. It's 36 at the top. That goes back before Shadow Legacy came out with a 1.5 and all that. So mine's 25, and then you look down, and it's 43 for the 2.5, so that's what I put in here, and I've actually liked it as well. I was wondering about this. I couldn't find a good sense. I was using like 37, then I was using 40, then I switched it to 39, and I upped it to 43, and I've actually been enjoying it quite a bit. Now remember, you might not end up liking this, you might as well, but if you don't, just turn it down a few, turn it up a few, just experiment with what you like. All you have to do really, I'll show you. Also, before you move in game, you need to make sure your FOV thing is set to 84 or whatever your FOV is. So it'll actually be accurate at the bottom for those sensitivities. So make sure that's good as well. Okay, so we're back in game now. I'll show you guys like a rough estimate of how to find your perfect sensitivity. So I'm on 43 now. If you want to flick over to this, like right here, try to do that pretty quickly like that. And if you're over flicking it like this every time consistently, then you're going to want to turn your sense down a little bit. And obviously if you go short like this, then you want to turn it up. If you like can't make it there really fast. Don't go too slow, just try to like do it fast like that. And at least be in like the vicinity of it. You're obviously not going to be too accurate every time, but yeah, that's pretty much all for that. I have showed this in other videos too of like how to find your perfect sense or whatever, but that is a good way of doing it if it's off by just a little bit. But start with that number I showed you there if you want, and then just go off of that. Okay, back to the settings though. Accessibility. I'm using white right now with the ACOG. I've actually liked that instead of the black that I always have used. And I've turned my optic opacity down to 75. I'll go over these two, and then I'll show you why the optic's like that. So off for screen shake, definitely want to do that. I use blue for the opposing team color because it's easier to see stuff like claymores when it's blue, but that's personal preference as well. So let me just go on Dokkaebi here, and I'll show you why I use 75 for the opacity. So like on this gun right here, it's going to be a little bit easier to see the middle since they made the hollow A little bit thicker. So that's literally the only reason I use that. I feel like it's better that way. SMG-12 a beam still. That's all for the settings though. Let's get into the attachments part of this video. So for starters here, on every gun in the game, I'm just gonna give you guys like a base thing I use. So if it has ACOG, I use magnified B. I like the original better than this one, but it's not too bad. Again, personal preference like everything else here. But the A isn't terrible. The dot's a little bit too big for me. I like this one better. Just for the base again, flash hider, vertical grip, laser. This is going to be like my base loadout for every gun on attack, and then I'll make adjustments from there, depending on how the recoil is or whatever. Or if it's like an LMG, an assault rifle, you know, stuff like that, I'll show you. But that'll be like a good base loadout right here. I like these attachments. Every pistol I use the laser as well, and muzzle brake. So for Thatcher, same thing, but again, already starting with the adjustments, I use horizontal grip because it doesn't have much recoil on this gun. I feel like it's very manageable. Even on the LA, I've never really liked the LA, so I like using the vert grip on it still, but on this gun, I use the horizontal and then everything else the same. Before we move on to Ash, let me actually show you guys the recoil patterns as well. I actually forgot to do that there. I just like go into this area of the shooting range and shooting against the wall. Again, a little bit left and right, that's why I put the vertical grip on it, but it doesn't really help that anyways. Here's Thatcher's. Really like this gun a lot. And moving on to Ash, a very popular choice. I use the horizontal grip. If you didn't know, by the way, horizontal grip makes it move faster, like you're faster left and right when you're ADS'd. Vertical grip just helps with vertical recoil. And then angle grip makes your reload faster, which I'm probably not going to really use, to be honest. But here's the R4C, a popular weapon. A good way to practice your recoil, by the way, is flick over like that and try to spray transfer, because it is tough while you're shooting to do that. So like that. That's a good drill to get better at recoil, by the way. Just a little bonus tip for you guys. So for Thermite, I use the horizontal grip compensator, so a bit different on this one. Let me show you this one. But I do like it a lot. It felt really good in the match yesterday when I was using it. Just a standard. I was trying to level Turkey Baller up to 50, and I did for this season. On Twitch, I still use the extended barrel. Call me crazy, I don't care. I have to stick with my extended barrel, even if I'm as zoomed in like this gun is. I still feel like it's manageable. It does jump quite a good little bit when you're that zoomed in, but I'm still getting used to the 43 as well. It's a bit high for this one. It kind of jumps everywhere, but there we go. Not too bad at all like that. Monte, nothing to show you there. I don't use glass either. On the AK for Fuse and Ace, I use horizontal grip and then everything else the same. Let me show you this one. This gun is an absolute beam, like it does not move. If it moves, it's literally just me over-controlling it because it has no recoil. That thing's a laser though. For IQ, I like the G8. I use the horizontal grip on that too. Same thing with the extended barrel though on the 5.52. Then I don't use the AUG really. There you go on that one. Yeah, I feel like I'm over-controlling the recoils, honestly. Maybe my sense is too high. If you're over-controlling it like that, maybe try turning it down as well. This is my first ever in-video sense adjustment. I did just change this last night, and I only tested it a few times, so that's why. But let me go back down to 40. I was really liking 40 before I changed. Hey, there you go. I just adjusted my Sens mid-video and it worked. So that's the little things you guys got to pay attention to when you're making adjustments to it. Like if you're pulling down too much on it, then you could probably turn your Sens up. If you're having trouble with the recoil vertically, maybe turn it down a little bit on the ADS. Here's my buck as well, extended barrel on this one. I do love this gun a lot. I'm going to use buck a lot this season for you. Easy as that. I don't use Blackbeard. This is the loadout I would use if I did though, just like that. Capitao, I like the suppressor with a horizontal grip. This gun feels pretty nice too. I shot up a little bit at the start. Let me do that again. There we go, just like that. Habana, I like the horizontal grip on. I don't think I've actually used it though. Let me see. Maybe I don't like it. I think I like that. I don't really need the vert because it's mostly horizontal recoil on this gun anyway. So yeah, I like the horizontal. Jackal, horizontal grip as well. Again, remember, same thing on everything besides what I say for each op. Easy as that. Ying, I use suppressor, horizontal grip. Ying's gun is very good. I think they nerfed the LMG's recoil a little bit, or like buffed it. They made it easier to control basically across the LMGs. Maybe wrong though. I do love Zofia too. Horizontal compensator on this one. I might try flash as well. Let's see how this is. That does jump quite a good bit vertically. Maybe I'll use vert grip on this one actually. Let me try vert. I like the horizontal because you're more of a fragger on Zofia. I can play like old Zofia since I'm not as slow, but let me see how vert is and then I'll see. Yeah, vert is kind of a laser, so I might use that instead. It can't be as aggressive, but it's still not very bad at all. You're still faster ADS because of the laser. Dokubi, I use horizontal grip. This is my loadout basically for every DMR now. Horizontal grip, muzzle, laser, and ACOG. And then on the SMG-12, I use the laser as well now. I have been liking the Hollow A. We're talking about 1x scopes now. I've been liking the Hollow A the most out of all of them. Again, I thought I was going to go with like C or B this season, but A still feels pretty nice with the 75 opacity. That is why I switched it to that. I know the red dot B is not bad either. My top 3 would probably be like Hollow A, Hollow C, and then red dot B, and then Hollow B maybe. But I'm sticking with Hollow A for now. We'll see what happens though as the season goes on. Yeah, there's the SMG-12, no recoil on this thing. Love me my SMG-12. You guys already know. Let me use the DMR, I guess. Thing doesn't move either. That's why I use the horizontal grip. Okay, on Lion, I use the ACOG horizontal grip as well. There's Lion's gun. Finka LMG, horizontal grip flash. That thing is a laser beam, that literally a dot right there. The thing doesn't move. LMGs are kind of back this season in a way. For Maverick, I use extended barrel and horizontal. Kind of a maniac on this gun, but I feel like it doesn't really move, so it's good. Yeah, there you go. Once you get used to the gun shooting, it's very good. Thing does not move indeed. Nomad, I use horizontal grip flash. I do love the ARX with the ACOG. I like it on Yana a lot too. I'll be using this a lot this season in my solo queue videos. Stick around for that. Subscribe for more of those. Going to be grinding to champion this season. I'm hoping to play 200 matches. That is my goal. I haven't gotten my goal the last couple seasons when I said that, but I do want to this season. That's why I bought every single operator already on this account. So I am more intrigued with that idea, if that makes sense. On Gridlock, I use extended horizontal. There you go. I do love this gun. Nook, I use the suppressor, and that's it. Also a very good choice. Armor, same thing as IQ earlier. I'll show you the SMG-11 now, get it out of the way. I use the laser on attack. You'll see when I get to defense, I actually don't use any lasers on defense. I do love the SMG-11 with a compensator, by the way. Throw that compensator on, it messes with the left and right jumpiness and makes it way better. Callie's going to use the comp on. Again, it's going to be Holloway for me on every 1X gun, basically. That gun's actually really good. It doesn't really move with a compensator on it. Same thing in Yana earlier. I don't use the G3. Same thing as Fuse earlier there. Zero, I use the extended horizontal grip. This has been one of my favorite guns for sure. Gonna play a lot of Zero this season as well for you guys. I know you guys like seeing me play Zero, so I got you. Things a dot. Already went over this gun on Thatcher earlier. That gun on Thermite earlier. I don't use the PDW. On Sens, I use extended and horizontal grip. This gun's actually... Oh my god, it's still glitched out, just like the test server. Don't know what's going on there. Once you get this gun down, it doesn't move like you've seen at first. I was having trouble horizontally, but... yeah, it's really good too. If you're having more trouble with, like I just was there a little bit with the left and right, put the comp on instead. Yeah, I'll do it for you guys. I'll show you right now. So you making adjustments again. I can see there's a lot of left and right jumpiness, so put the comp on. And that goes away. And now it doesn't move. Easy as that to make adjustments yourself too. You just got to figure out what's wrong with the gun or whatever. Same thing on IQ earlier I used. I didn't actually use that though for you. I'll show you. Yeah, that gun doesn't really move. That reminds me of the old day IQ with like frag grenades. Does Grim have frags? I don't think so. Same thing on Capital for Brava. Same thing on Ash for the Ram. And then Demos. I didn't use the AK, so I'll use that. Compensator on that. Laser on the pistol, of course. This gun is actually really good too. Okay, let's move on to defense. Smoke, nothing to see here. For shotguns, I just use iron sights on all shotguns, basically. All primary shotguns, I mean. And then I use no laser. No laser on anything, pretty much. Mew, same loadout. Castle, ACOG, I use suppressor, horizontal grip. Show you that. There you go. Does feel really nice. Pulse, same thing, but without the ACOG, obviously. On the MP5 for Doc, Rook, and Malusi, I use extended barrel, horizontal grip. It does feel really nice. Not much recoil on this gun, so you can use all those attachments. As you can see, it is a beam. Gonna be using a lot of Doc, Malusi, and Wamai this season with the MP5s. Capcan, I use Holloway, suppressor, horizontal. I haven't actually tried this. I just put it on last night when I was doing these. Oh yeah, that's a dot. I already love that gun. Let's use this one too. I haven't used the ACOG on this. Should I play Tachanka this season just for this gun? Because it's so crazy. Jaeger, I put the horizontal grip on. Let's see how that is. Yep, definitely horizontal grip is the play. For Bandit, I actually use iron sights on this gun for him and Fenrir with extended barrel. That is because ADS is a little bit faster and the iron sights are actually good. Like, look at this. The ADS is faster than the hollows do. If you put iron sights, it's like 5% or 10% faster. Yeah, and it does feel nice with the extended on it. Yeah, so I go with that. For Frost, I use ACOG, obviously. Extended and horizontal grip on this one. This gun doesn't really move, so... there you go. You really want your shots to count. That's why extended's very important on this gun. Since her fire rate's terrible. On the MPX, I use extended horizontal. Same thing for Warden later on this gun, and Tubra. Just a laser beam again. A lot of defense guns are just laser beams. Same with that shotgun earlier, like I said for shotguns, just iron sights, no laser. I don't use the other gun on cab, by the way. For Echo horizontal grip, crazy there's no ACOG on him. That's very unfortunate. This gun is really good still. It just sucks he doesn't have like any zoomed in sight anymore. I might still try to play him. Like I always played him on bank, but we'll see. I'll use this gun too for you. Flash hider on this. That's it. For mirror, I use the compensator vert. Thing doesn't move with a compensator. I'm telling you, that's the play. The T5, I use horizontal extended. Not much recoil on this thing. Yeah, you definitely can use that. Ella, I use compensator. I do love using her gun. Let's try it out. Yeah, there you go. Does not move very much at all. Just a little bit of left and right. That's why you put the comp on, though. And it's not too bad. Visual Kia, I use horizontal, actually. There you go. With suppressor. Same thing on the SMG-12 as earlier without the laser, though. That's why it's worth putting the horizontal on that one. Maestro Holloway Flash Vert. Haven't played Maestro in ages now, seems like. Alibi Holloway Flash Vert as well. Don't really play her as much. Who remembers when she had the 1.5 sight? Clash, same thing as Cali for that gun. K, just the vert grip. No laser, no suppressor. Nice to have the ACOG back in the TCSG. It's like the olden days. For Mozzie, I actually use the Commando now instead of the Roni, so extended horizontal, since the Roni doesn't have the zoomed in sight. And this gun's a straight dot as well. And it's actually a very good gun, too. Warren, went over that earlier. I actually use the shotgun when I play Warren. Vector with the ACOG. Same thing as Mirror, but with the ACOG, of course. Not very bad at all. Well, my ACOG flash. Also a dot. We went over that gun. Went over that gun. Went over that gun. I use the shotgun when I play Thunderbird. I play the shotgun as well when I play Thorn now, since she doesn't have the 1.5. Zombie, Solus P9, I use comp. I've been trying this recently and I've been liking it. I mean, I think you can see why that thing does not move with a comp. Went over Fenrir on Bandit, and then here's the last AR for Tubarao. There you go, not too bad at all. That'll do it for this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy. As you can see, this is my solo queue account for this season. Like I said, I have every operator already purchased. Besides the new op, I'll get him when the restriction ends. I do have the credits for it. But I will be playing as many ops as I can this season. I'm going to try to play 200 matches at least for you. I haven't done that in years on this game. I'm going to try to grind, though, just for you guys. If you did enjoy this and you found it helpful, though, leave a like down there below. Subscribe for more, like I said, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Yeah, he's still there, dude. Holy shit, I'm about to just leave. I can't take this villa. And right as I'm about to kill him, you fucking kill me from the side. That dumb shit. Biba the fish. And he kills me! He stuck at me, you little bitch! God, I just love this game.